Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing? I got Lily in the house. What's up? Rings, how's it going, brother? Lily, you're grounded. She didn't do anything wrong. Trying to get my computer set up here. Hope everybody had a great holiday. Hope you guys got what you wanted for Christmas. Hope you got to spend time with family. I know I did, and it was awesome. What's up, Paige? How you doing, brother? Good times, good times. All right, computer is up and running. Happy New Year, says Paige. Big Boys Toys, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Pre-grounded. I was wondering what Paige said. He said, damn typo. Hi, y'all. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026. Hell yeah. I'm going to finish getting my everything set up the way I want. Get a few more people to join in and we'll get started. All right, I'm gonna get the TV set up here so we can. We'll watch a video.
I named all my cars.
And now I gotta find the video. Give me just a second here. This is why I was going to do it on the computer because it's easier, but the TV's better to watch. Anyways, hope you guys had a good time, like I said. Sucks that it's over. But life goes on. And damn it, where is this video? Should be pretty easy to find. It's my own video. Okay, yeah, last time I clicked on this, it took me to a different video. But anyways,
like low prices in every aisle, plus you can clip and save more.
figure for those of you that hadn't seen my video that I posted about the track, it'd be a good time to watch it. Come on, stupid ads. All right, before we get started with that, so let's see here. Sorry, I was trying to get some things set up. I don't know if you guys can see that. See that? A little bit of gnarly. Let me zoom in here for you real quick. Come on, stop it. That is not what you want a $150 pipe to look like at the end of practice. But what the health doctor is a friggin' mafioso. Can't even send a script for my Zoloft to my local drugstore. I have to chase it. Damn, that sucks, bro. Every day is a holiday for me. I'm sponsored by the DSP and the Australian government. You watched the race? Hell yeah, Paige. What's going on all aspects? Pipe broke. Well, yeah, the stinger broke. Nitro Pimp, what's up? I'll only watch if you corner by corner comment. Okay. That was kind of the purpose of throwing this video on, just to kind of talk with you guys about it. Some of the help that some of the guys give me. What's going on all aspects? How you doing, brother? But yeah, so at the end of the day, you don't want your $150 OS 83 pipe looking like that. So I don't know if you could see it in the video or not, but after I noticed this and it had died, so I put more fuel in it, fired it back up, and I mean, it's blowing smoke out here. It's just smoking everywhere and spitting juice all over itself. It was kind of funny. Oh, you like the jamming reinforced pipes? Yeah, they're pretty cool. I don't know. I was just trying to be, like the cool kids with this setup. But, so yeah, basically, like in that video, $1.05 for that. Give you $1. Well, I mean, you got to pay shipping too. It's got a pretty good sized dent in it there. Oh hell, you can't even see that. Yeah, it's like half a pipe now. Bend it back, slow down the bleeding. Yeah, I'm worried if I bend it back the way it's creased that it's just gonna break, but I don't know. I'll end up messing it up. I'm just gonna end up getting another one. But sounds like Rinks might give me $1.50 for it. Yes. But no, that track is brutal. And I think when this happened, I flew over the back right corner, and there's like a cattle gate over there. And there's been a few people hit it, and when it hits it just right, and dong, it's quite humorous, but yeah, either somebody hit me from the side. I know I had some collisions in that video. I don't know if this is from that or if it's from when I went off the side, because that's just when I noticed it. But either way, all right. Drill out the stinger. I just snap it off. Anywho, so I don't know about corner by corner commentary, but there's definitely a couple things I'd like to mention. So for those of you that have never been on a track, especially something like this, like I mean, it's a whole new challenge. Can you drill and tap it like a CVC? I don't know. It's pretty thin. I mean, I don't know. Probably just hang on to it for like running around on the street or whatever. Maybe try to bend it back out. I don't know. We'll see. But I do have, like with that other block engine, it has a samurai pipe on it. So I'll probably use that until I can get another one of these. They're about the same, but I don't know. I just like it to match. I get bored sometimes. Make it into outlaw pipe, remove the stinger. There you go. I think we're a little bit tall here. Alrighty. So I know quite a few guys have already seen it, which is all good. Maybe some other people that haven't will jump in and get to enjoy with us. So again, thank you Nitro Pimp for the deal that we did. It helped me get everything set up to make this kind of video. So awesome doing business with you. What's going on, Lee Harris? What is up? He says the 5th thumbs up. Well, there's 10 of you in here and 5 thumbs up. So apparently I got 5 more people to impress before we can complete this. How much louder is it? I didn't really notice it being any louder. I mean, all you're really doing is just leaking exhaust out before the stinger. So, it's not like a muffler where you get a hole in front of the muffler. It didn't change the sound. Maybe if it was in the header, but with where it happened, it didn't really change the sound. Didn't really notice it changing the tune, but I'm sure it did, just because you're changing the way that the flow of that exhaust goes, and with what they call it, the reverberate, or I don't know what that word is, how it says that back pressure. And I'm sure that it changed something on it, but we ran it for another, I think probably tank or two after that happened, and then like at the end of that video, I ended up in the hay bale, and we was just done. But all right, here we go. Oh, looky there, we got a stupid ad.
Savings that add up. Fries, fresh for everyone.
Time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Oh my God. Come on. 2, 1, and go. All right. So this is my first experience with doing the GoPro. It's actually kind of heavy on the bill of my hat because I got one of those clips on it. And like as I'm walking over, I stopped to adjust. So I had to put my hat back up right here. It was starting to fall forward. And then Peyton right there, he's been on the show a couple times. That dude is fast. Cool guy. He's going to Silver State this week. I wish him luck. A bunch of the people that I run with here are going to Silver State. I guess they got a big race this week. Starts Tuesday. And this guy here, Ross McDonald, I know he travels around and does different races. I met him on this day. This was yesterday, Sunday. Really good guy, really helpful, really good driver. He's one of the top people around Nitro Truck, or Truggy, as it's known. But very helpful, and he's the one you can hear calling out, give it the beans. Yeah, you gotta give her beans. Come on, volume, go up. No, he's pretty helpful. I didn't ask him if he was a pro driver, but I mean, he runs with the really fast guys, so he beat out all the open guys. Which, in the race that I ran on Sunday, I had to run with the open guys because there wasn't really any sportsmen or anything other than open, which is, you know, kind of like all the upper tiered. But this track's very hard to judge, and if you don't think you're lined up, just roll through it, you know. Like that back corner there is one of the hardest things for me to line up because you got to come from outside in and hit it at an angle, and then that second double there, for whatever reason, it always gives me trouble. It's at an angle and it's hard to line up. I wasn't really trying to stay with these guys. I was just trying to. This is actually the first real practice that I've gotten in where I wasn't on a 5-minute time frame or, you know, getting kicked off the track because of race time. So they gave us like an hour after the race to practice. So I figured I'd take advantage of it. So here on that inside, it humps up as you get to the end of it, and it just kicks your car up. So I had to start staying over in the middle of it. And just because you want your car in a certain spot does not mean it's going to go in that spot. You still have to steer it and get it there, and it is a pain in the butt. And the best way to take that is to basically like triple through it, or even some people will double through it. Well, the pros were doubling through it. Very hard to do. You got to time it just right and hit that throttle. That back jump, one of the hardest jumps to do, but I'm getting better at it. And I just let everybody go by so that I can, you know, line up my jumps. Now, making that jump, if you don't have that thing lined up just right, you might as well just roll through it. It is one of the hardest jumps. Because if you look at it, on the right-hand side, it's a little lower than the left-hand side. And it just, the way that it launches you, it's its own beast. These outdoor tracks are so unpredictable, and they change, you know, as you drive on it. You can see all the ruts and the potholes in it. And it's not easy. I'm getting the hang of it, getting better. Especially after this little bit of, it's like 30 minutes that I got to go run. Now that's very seldom do I make that clean of a jump. And then that's usually what I do on that back corner is flip it, or the post, and then there's a cattle gate there. Spend a lot of time over there waiting to be flipped over. But yeah, that there is a hard jump. Because you literally got to, like, either hit it just right and turn, or hit the brakes. And it's hard to time. I mean, if you've never been on a track like this, like, it's one of the funnest things I've ever done. See, if I could land like that every time, I might be able to do something. But hitting that spot on that jump is not easy. And this track, it's almost like driving on concrete. This track will beat the crap out of your car. I know I didn't try to hit that guy. Every once in a while I hit that jump pretty clean. See, if I could hit that jump like that every time, this track would be easy. But it's not. Yeah, I got hung up on that pipe. See how I tripled through that? It's really clean and smooth if you hit it right. But if you go through hitting every bump, there are different angles, and it'll throw you all over the place. That, and I should have changed my tires to the triads, the raw speed triads. They work really well in this hard packed dry. when it's got some moisture in it and it doesn't look like solid packed dirt, the Mach 1s is what I'm running here. They work a little better. But yeah, I should have put my triads on. But it wasn't too bad. Wasn't the easiest, but wasn't too bad. And in case you're curious, no, I didn't do real well in the race. I was like second to last. But there was some of the people that run Sportsman, they don't like going to this track because, I mean, it is pretty difficult. But I mean, you know, it's like, to me, I like the challenge, so I don't mind. But yeah, there was only like 4 of us in Sportsman, and they put us with the Open. And then, you know, they did the if you got first and second, you get the bump up to the A main. So I almost had the bump. Me and the guy were battling, and then like 2 minutes left, I flamed out. Which my pit guy got the car started back up, and I got back on the track, but I lost a couple of laps. Yeah, and that's my buddy Ross. He kept saying, "Give her beans, give her the beans, more beans." Yeah, and of course I was trying to talk to him, you know, on which fuel ball it was, and I wasn't thinking about hitting the throttle, so. Yeah, literally it's like the easiest, shortest jump. You're coming up short. And, you know, it's just hard to line up the angle on it. Internet must be acting funky. It's all blurry. So that's when I first noticed that pipe was all messed up. So in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, if it fires back up, we'll worry about it later. Heck, sitting here watching the TV in person, it's way blurrier than seeing it in the phone. Which is good for you guys. Yeah, and that GoPro's got a pretty wide angle to it. I actually zoomed in quite a bit so you can see the car going around the track on the backside. So if I zoom out, you know, you'll see way more of the track. But I was really impressed at how far to the right there that I could see, you know, in watching this video. I was worried a lot of it was going to be cut out. Man, why is it all blurry? It's crazy how clear it is through the phone from what I'm seeing, but actually sitting here watching the TV, it's blurry.
Oh, hey, thanks, Tom. He rolled me over, yeah.
Yeah, I was excited. That dude there drives an old Kyosho. I don't know if it's an MP9 or 10, and just got this gnarly, loud exhaust pipe on it. I don't know what it is, but man, that car, it sounds mean. Cool, we got the blurriness out. Yeah, if I could get a few more days of good practice like this, I can get a better hold of this track. And it's like I'll have good runs where I hit the corners or these jumps and they look good. you know, and I'm all excited and proud of myself, and then come around the next time and I don't know, it's like I forgot what I was doing. So on that back corner, I'm gonna pause this real quick, maybe. Take that off. So on this back corner here, I don't know how much you can tell, but it's like this kind of angles away, and then there's a turn here, and then basically at the back side of the corner, then you hit the downside. And I don't know why it's so hard, but you have to get on the other side and then basically come across and then try to land it here on the downside. I don't know. Dude, that is like the hardest jump that I've ever attempted. I don't know. It may just be me, but there's a lot of people like from the other track that I go to, they don't like this layout because of how technical it is. And you know, in my mind, it's like, I don't know, want to learn them all. You know, the more of these types of track layouts that you're on, the easier it is going to a new track when, you know, it has a different layout, but yet some of the corners and the jumps might be the same, and it's easier to put it together. So in my mind, you know, I don't really care how tough it is. I'm going to challenge myself and keep trying it. But man, that is ridiculous. I'm going to get it though. But, and I've hit it a couple times. I've actually had a nice landing here a few times, but usually like I either ride the pipe inside or I go outside or I short hop it and then just drive it out. But actually trying to come off of this and hit it here like you're supposed to, you know, like when I was at the Open, you know, watching Ryan Mayfield hit that every single time in the same spot. I mean, it's like, wow, how do you do that? I mean, I get it, years of practice, but very impressed watching some of those guys drive in person. And like, you know, this track layout was brand new, so it was new to everybody. And I figure with all the tracks that they've been to and all the different layouts, pretty much all the jumps and turns and everything's the same, just in a different order. And so it's probably pretty easy for them to get the hang of.
I can save that one.
But yeah, it's like if you get that one lined up just right and you hit that inside right corner, it works pretty good. Yeah, see, that's what I normally do. And nobody was going to help me out, so I had to walk all the way down there myself. I know that's probably kind of annoying, but I figured you guys getting to see what I had to do walking back and forth would be fun entertainment. See, there I kind of tripled it. But yeah, if you hit that just right, it's clean and smooth, but then you got to hit your brakes right at the very end before you get to that corner. And it's funny because there's sometimes where the car will do what I was hoping it would do, but I wasn't ready for it, like sliding around that corner, and then I wasn't on the throttle, and so I didn't come out of it cleanly. But it's like it surprises you whenever it finally does it right. Yeah, me and that hay bale, we get to know each other pretty well. I actually fell back on it during the Open while I was marshalling. I just stepped back and I tripped over that white pipe and I sat down on that hay bale. And this is only literally my second time on this track, or my second race. And hell, that first time, I only got like 25 minutes of practice, and then, you know, literally less than an hour of run time by the time it was all said and done. Yeah, maybe 2 hours, but not much. Yeah, there was a pretty clean one. It's like if I can make it through like that every time, those dragons back, not too bad. It's when you start hitting every bump and then it bounces you around. That's when it sucks. Yeah, as slick as that is, and I'm sliding all over the place, I should have had my triads on, my raw speed triads. See, there's what I normally do. Not on purpose, I'm not trying to cut the track, it just, I don't get it lined up right. There we go, that was a pretty clean run through there. And this one here, if you don't slow down in time, you either hit those ruts and flip it, or you slide all the way out into the pipe. See, and the way I whipped around that last little deal there. Let me back up just a little bit here. So when I clear this jump up here, or there, like when I spin that around, that's what you want to do. Either a quick little whip like that, or slow roll through it and, you know, just get through it cleanly. It's hard to do. It's hard to time it. It's like you got to have the muscle memory in your fingers for each lap to be in the exact same spot and hit the trigger, you know, for the exact amount of time, the exact amount of throttle, because, you know, it's not always full throttle. See, if I could hit it like that every time and keep control of it, it'd be nice. Yeah, see how it, like, I don't know if you could tell, but it was kind of like kicking my ass end around as I was going through those bumps. But it's like if you hit it and just like try to double or triple it, which doubling's hard, you better be really good. Or it may even be a triple, but you make it completely over that last hump, which I don't do very well, but watching the pros do it was pretty cool.
I got a clear exit.
And yeah, there's a few cuts in here because I don't mind showing you guys that I wreck, but I don't want to waste a bunch of time waiting on somebody to go out and marshal me. So just trust me, I wreck a lot.
People right, ready to T-bone. Now, next. Copy this.
See, if I can make that jump like that every time, it'd be golden. But it's a lot harder than what it looks.
These are like the naughty raw speed tires. That's why I keep getting hot there.
And for some reason, I struggle on that jump so much.
Some of these potholes, no matter what tires you got.
See, if I could do that every time, you know, I'd be getting around the track a lot faster than what I do. That little kid right there, that kid is fast and very smart too. He's only like 8 or 9, but he's one of our top drivers. There's 2 kids that are a couple of the top drivers. Man, they win a lot. And it's taken me a while to get the hang of, you know, if you don't have the right speed or the right alignment, to just roll through it and stop trying to you know, shoot it like that every time. Because if you don't have it lined up right, there's no point in even trying. But you know, you get overzealous and your fingers just want to pull that throttle, and you have to learn that there's times when you can and times when you can't. You know, and you only have like a fraction of a second to even respond. And like on that jump, I need to be hitting it here and hitting the brakes. But I think what I'm doing wrong is I'm holding the throttle through the jump instead of full throttle to the jump and then let the jump slow me down. See, I'm not gonna say I've mastered that one, but that's one of the harder jumps that everybody struggles with, and I'm actually making it pretty cleanly, especially when I have it lined up right. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, nobody could figure out what they wanted to do there. But, oh, and also, I broke my first drive shaft on this. I broke the rear driver's side drive shaft. So, if Peyton were to jump in here and catch this video, I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate you handing out your loaner, your backup. I offered him money for it. He told me no. Just a bunch of good guys want to see you out there running, so they'll do anything to help. But thank you very much, Peyton. Got lucky on that one. You can see all the ruts in this track. You know, if you don't hit them just right, it will throw your car into a frenzy, especially coming around that corner. See, I can hit that every time as long as I can keep that line up. But for some reason, that right there is like one of the easiest jumps, and I have so much trouble with it. And I don't do it much in this video, but I've started learning how to whip a little bit. I'm gonna start trying to do that more in my videos, just for entertainment. Hey, look at there, that's like 2 or 3 in a row. And like I said, that's the one that everybody struggles on. That triple step up or whatever you want to call it. That's one of the hardest jumps on this track. I mean, you know, mainly because if you don't have it lined up right, you're not gonna make it. And then so, like most everybody bounces off the pipe. But it's like if I can keep it lined up in that spot every time, man, that's a big win. But yeah, and you got to keep it in the middle coming down that step up. You can kind of see how it slopes down. You hit the outside edge of it, and there's like a lip there, and it just kicks you all over the place. It was trying to kick me around through those bumps that time, but I was able to hang on to it. Yeah, and that kid that was running, he helped me out quite a bit with marshalling and ooh, did you see that? I saved that. And fueling me up, but I didn't ask his parents about him being on film, so I cut all that out. I wanted to put him on there and be like, this kid is smart and fast and very helpful. But, you know, without talking to his parents, that dude took me out.
That's all good, man.
Man, like, that's the best way to get through that is to triple it. I don't know if I go through it and hit every one of them, but if I do, you'll see how it just kicks the car all over the place. And I get nervous running with people. So when they come up behind me, I always let them through. And if I hadn't gotten stupid there, I'd still been with them. I probably should have gave him a nudge, but I didn't think about it till after I was going past him. It's so nice when you're the only one out there, especially with Nitro, because you can hear, you know, everything you hear is your car and not everybody else's. Yeah, and then just like that there, bounced off that pipe like a springboard.
Is it? Thank you, Ross.
Yeah, that there's a cool dude. Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people, racers are mostly really good people that, you know, they all help out quite a bit. And I think like Nick B's been on here quite a bit and said, you know, the race scene is a lot different than, say, like the basher scene. Because you got a lot of bashers on YouTube, and there's always problems. Like, there's never problems at the track. Not when I'm there. Like, just a bunch of people having fun, helping each other out. And then I do something stupid like that. And I got poor Ross just running ragged, helping me out. See, and if you don't hit it just right, you bounce off that pipe every time, and then, like I said, me and that hay bale get acquainted. I don't know why I slowed down like that. I don't know if I thought he was going to go by or what. And if you don't hit the brakes soon enough, you end up in the pipe. There we go. That was a clean one. I don't know why I have so much trouble on that jump. It's like I need to get to the back side of that hill and then jump towards the inside. And I don't know. It doesn't look that hard, but it's hard. And then me and this bucket hang out for a minute. Oh. Go back. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm over there just pounding away on that bucket. I just want it off. Pull the wool out of that extra. You might be. Nitro Pimp asked if he's the only one that pays for premium. I don't want to give YouTube any money. I make very little money off of YouTube, and if I pay them premium, then it's like I'm paying them to make videos. And no. And then I get stuck on the... Oh, no, not that one. One of these runs I get stuck over on that hay bale. That was nice and clean. I wish I could do that every time, but it's so hard to line it up, you know, and then you always want to get closer and closer to cut a little off the time and a little more. And yeah, it's... I don't know how many of you guys have ever like actually tried to race, but man, it's a lot of fun. It just... The hand-eye coordination and then the muscle memory with it are the keys. And there I was just like, all right, I'm done. Anyways, cool. Back to the beast. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you all got to check it out on your own. This foot is all funky on here. All right, there we go. I'm gonna raise this back up where it was. All right. The hell? Computer's acting stupid. Anyways, I hate when the computer won't work because then I have to look at the phone to read your messages. Yeah, so with that thing angled back, it was just spitting oil all over the side of it, creating a mud hole. But yeah, it's caved it in quite a ways. I don't know that trying to straighten it out would really do much difference, really help it out. But so to start the day, trying to get set up for my race. We get there and I don't even think I put a full tank in, and all of a sudden it started, the steering started acting funky on it. You know, and I'm like, what the hell? I thought that like something was broken. It was just trying to like turn on its own. Come to find out, the damn wire into the servo was coming unplugged again. So I had to waste half my morning peeling all of this stuff out, because you have to take out this to get this out. Had to pop this off, take this whole assembly out, and then just, you know, jam that plug in there and hope that it stayed, which it did. It allowed me to get through the qualifiers and the main. But yeah, to get started, you know, when I first showed up, I had to pull the engine out and change the clutch bearings because I didn't have time to do it. You know, from traveling back from home and, you know, just all that blah blah. So start my morning with changing that out and we're good to go. And then all of a sudden I have no steering, waste a bunch of time changing that out. And then after the race, of course, I'm over there practicing, and this dog bone, you guys can't even see my finger, this dog bone here just decided it was going to snap the head off of it. So I had to change that out. Damn, got hit pretty good there on the side. So, see if you guys can see that. Just that funky, it looks weird now. But I also notice here, it's got a little flat spot like it got hit. We'll go through and check everything, make sure that the engine and stuff is good. I don't see any real damage. It just, yeah, here you guys can actually see it. You know, a little bit of damage, not too bad. Mainly with the exhaust. Oh, my first qualifying, I got like 4 minutes or 2 minutes, something like that in, and I wrecked. And then the guy that was flipping me over, he was like, he picked it up and this was hanging out of it. So the whole battery tray, damn it, unzoom. So this whole battery tray, like this screw, there's a screw here, there's a screw here, and there's 2 screws here. And like the screws were still in the plastic, but they all came out of the metal. So this whole tray, here's the battery. This stuff here is attached to the Sorry. Yeah, all of this here is connected to the servo, but the tray and then the battery box, that's all one piece. And so it was just hanging. And, so of course I had to put all that back together before I could do anything. So basically my first qualifying didn't really amount to shit. So I ended up super gluing, because the holes are kind of stripped. I ended up super gluing all these screws back in. It's like, didn't want them being the reason that I did not get to race. But let's see. You can't really see. But yeah, I had super glue all over the place trying to make sure they stayed in there. Didn't have any issues after that, so must have done it right. My body's all beat to shit, but that's all right, because now that I'm with Raw Speed, I gotta run Raw Speed bodies, and I have to get one. So here's my new truggy body. I don't know the name of it. I just know that it's a Raw Speed and it's for the Techno. So, and it's got a little front scoop here. And then I like this because it's got the 2 posts, so you don't have to try to redo it to make a center post like on the older ones, or like some of the J Concept bodies. But yeah, so for this, there's a new series. These 2 tracks are going to combine. I don't mean like combined with each other, but I mean they're going to split this upcoming race. And I don't know, there's like 4 or 5 at each place, something like that, over the next couple of months. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, but yeah, so being that I'm with Raw Speed now, I'm gonna have to get a new body for the buggy, and then I'm gonna have to get this ready, and then basically then the Raw Speed cells I have to run with. So Mach 1s work really well when it's a little bit loose and kind of wet, and then the triads work really well on the track that you guys just watched in that video. But I can't wait to get this painted up. I don't know if I'm going to try and do it this week, but there's no race this weekend. It's just practice, so I'm not in any hurry to get it ready. And then there's the stickers for it. I don't know for sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Haven't really thought much about a design, but I like the sleekness of it. It's not so boxy and square like the stock body. But anyways, yeah, and I didn't do any truggy this weekend because I didn't have raw tires or Raw Speed tires, and I just didn't really want to, or didn't really want to spend the extra $20 for another entry and have to deal with a second vehicle, which really worked out anyways because they put the Nitro trucks and the Nitro buggies basically all in the same 2 races. So wouldn't really have worked out if I would have tried to run the truck, but anywho, we didn't really have any other failures or breaks that I can think of. Yeah, so as far as like breaking parts on this, so now I have broke a dog bone. I've broke, well, we'll call it 3, because I broke the original hanger. Somebody gave me a piece of, what was it, stainless spring steel, and he said, you'll never break this. Well, challenge accepted, because I broke it, so that was 2. And then that weekend we did the Oktoberfest. I broke, I think that, yeah, that's when I broke. Is that when it broke? Yeah, yeah. Oktoberfest is when I broke that spring steel. So this is my third one. I've broke two of these, so not a big deal. Just a hanger. And then I think you guys see me change out. Good job. See me change out the rear wheel carrier down here where it was cracked and split. Other than that, haven't really broke too much. A bunch of stuff likes to come loose, but if you invest in enough Loctite, you can make it work. Loctite is your best friend. And extra bearings. But, so, I'm not planning on doing too much work with this tonight. I mainly wanted to show you guys the video and kind of go over a couple things with the car. I'm not going to really peel things out, but before this next weekend, I'm going to take the engine out and I'm going to swap out the pipe and put the Samurai pipe on here. I'm going to get that FX put in the truck, which we'll probably do that tomorrow night. Just give you guys a little bit of something different to watch. We'll get the FX in the old truggy. That and I need to start getting that body ready. And then I'll have to pick up a new raw speed body for this. But yeah, once those races start, basically everything, I literally have to run everything raw speed, which is fine. I mean, bodies are good. The tires are, like, these are really good grip tires. Nothing wrong with these tires at all. And I get them fairly cheap. I think it was like 45. I don't know. I was getting them like super cheap anyways. I really don't know what it is now. I haven't bought a set since I signed up with them. But man, damn good prices and damn good quality. If you know, any of you guys are looking for tire company or whatever, Raw Speed's good shit. What else? I think that's it. I feel like there was something I was going to tell you guys. Here we go. Started the yawning, but I feel like there was something I was going to tell you. I don't remember what it is. But I got a shock back here leaking, so I need to go through and redo all the shocks. I need to redo all the diffs. Probably won't do it before this coming up weekend, but the next weekend, if it's the 18th, I think it is. So that following weekend, whenever the 18th is the last race for the winter series at the Nitro compound. That'll be the end of what we've been doing. And then, what is it, like either late January or early February, I don't remember the date, basically starts up the new series, and it's called the Outlaw Series, and it's like one weekend's at the compound, one weekend's at Adobe, so it'll be fun. A lot of good racing going on. Let's see, I've been looking at the comments lately. What do we got here? Texas Hill, what's up? Hell, if he's even still here, it's been a minute. The big boy says, Texas, heard you've turned pro. That pyramid speed bump is not a fun spot from the looks of it. Right? Yeah, they all suck in their own way. NASCAR is much easier to follow. Yeah, they just go around in a circle. Gets boring. Raise hell, praise Dale. Let's see. I won the championship. If you ain't last, you're first. Well, I wasn't last, but I still wasn't first. Let's see. Thinking of an Enzo body for my Megatech Razor. Let's see. Yeah, hey Texas. If it's an email, it won't let you post it. But if it's a link, if you're still here and still want to post it, I think if you're a moderator, it'll let you. Let me see. If you're still here, let me know. Looks like you might be. Hey, appreciate it, Texas. I finally got all the way down the end here. JP's within the house. What's up? Here's bicycle spokes. Oh yeah, for the hanger. Yep. Read Chet Filson. What's up, John Smith? How's it going? Like raw speed. I just got a set of 2.15 street tires. Yep, good shit right there. I'm using handles from Chinese food boxes for exhaust. Here's, man, those things are made of some kind of spring steel. That's funny. You say you're sponsored by Raw Speed? Yes, sir, Jay. Picked that up the weekend of the Open up at Adobe. Now, you know, it doesn't mean I'm one of their. I'm not like a paid racer or anything. All it is, you know, I get a little bit of a discount on all their product, and basically anything that they make. That's the only thing that I can run, especially during races. I mean, they don't really want me, you know, running a bunch of other stuff, even like for practice. But for the main thing, it's, you know, during races, I've got to run body, tires. I think that's all he has at the moment, but there's some other things that are going to be coming out. So anything that they make, I have to run. Which, I mean, it's a cool deal. You know, they got good shit. I don't mind. And like I said, you get some good deals from it. So, how do you get hooked up with Raw Speed? I must have missed some important shit. Yeah, they don't care if you're top tier or not. No, like I said, it's just, you know, you get a discount, and in their eyes, you know, you're only buying their product, so it's win-win for both people, right? So I'm not sponsored by any, you know, actual RC brand of a car, anyways. It's just the accessories. But and basically all it is you just sign up with them, and then, you know, it's kind of like making a contract. I don't know what the consequences are if, say, you get caught doing shit you're not supposed to. But you know, you get really good deals, and AJ's a good guy, anyways. You know, I don't mind supporting him. I like Raw Speed, so it's a win-win. If you win, get money from Raw Speed. No. Thank you. John says, congrats. Sounds like a sponsorship if you sign, though. And I get it. You didn't mean it as a dig. I get that. So, yeah, it is a sponsorship. You know, you are part of Team Raw. It's just like you don't get paid. All it is just discounts on good stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, they got some of the best tread and compound between these, whether it's super soft or soft, long wear, or the triads. I mean, just about any track out there, these tires get great grip. So I'm enjoying it. But I hear you, John Smith. I know what you mean, bro. And thanks for the congrats. Yeah, Paige, that would be cool. Get a VR helmet, drive in the cockpit. Ooh, that'd be crazy. And John, I see your question up there where it says, "How did you get hooked up?" So basically, the guys that own the Nitro compound down here, AJ Schumacher, who, you know, he's I'd call him a pro driver. Um, Maybe, you know, he's on the lower end of the pro drivers, but you know, he runs with them, and he's fast. But anyways, just he bought Raw Speed from Jason, I think was the guy's name that used to own it. And being that I talk to him all the time and I'm at the track every Sunday, he asked if I wanted to sign up with Raw. So basically, like I said, it's just kind of a way for him to know that he's got, consistent customers. And then for us, it's good product and it's good price. Now, I don't know if just anybody can go on the website and sign up. But I do know that there was a spot in there where he took me in on the computer and basically we signed up. And if anybody's looking to get hooked up, I'll ask and see what I can do. But I don't know how all that works. I don't know if just anybody can do it or, I don't know how it works. But I can ask if anybody wants. Do the fast guys use raw speed? Yes, sir. It says then they're not a sponsor. What? Because they don't get paid? Like I said, it's not like the pros where they get paid to race. It's just for deals. It's probably not even really considered a sponsor, like what you're saying. It's more of just it's kind of like a team. You're on the team, you get the deals, run the good stuff, and a lot of people win with it. There's a couple of kids, like I said, there's two little kids. Both of them are like around 8 and 9, and they both win all the time, and they both run raw speed. A lot of the guys out here, I'd say about half of the people that are normally run with are signed up with raw speed. JP says, let us know if you need anything. Well, parts, fuel, a new pipe. There's all kinds of stuff that I need. Let's see. Have to see if Raw has carpet tires. I think they do. I just seen them post something. Was it carpet or it was 10th scale? I don't remember if it was carpet or like indoor. Yeah, look them up. Go to the website. I'm pretty sure they do. I don't do anything carpet, but I've heard good things. Typically, that's an offer kind of thing for guys showing up to races. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know either, John. I really don't. So I got lots of pipes. You got some. I like to match. So you got any OS pipes? I like the OS TB03 or TD03. That's what I got there. What's going on, K&M Adventures? Sounds like factory support. You're getting a discount on parts that you would have to replace regularly. It sounds like a win to me. Yes, sir. And yeah, pretty much that's what it is. I mean, it's a lot of convenience. And it's right there. And so like if I were to, when my job ships me off in a year or two, whenever that may be, all I got to do is just order it and ships right to me. So still get the same discount on it. Awesome, Jay. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. So hear me out. If you get a discount from a club brand at a club race, you're a club racer. It means you're officially a racer. Congrats. Hey, man, I appreciate that, bro. Never really thought that I would actually truly be a racer. But yes, to your point, pretty much, yes, officially, I'm there enough. I'm doing the series, I'm racing every weekend with them. You could call me a racer, a new racer, a slow racer, a last or second to last, third to last place racer, whatever. But they're all fast guys. They've all been doing it for years. Like the guy that beat me out, he got the second place bump up to the A main. This is his 5th year, and he's an older guy like me. But yeah, this is his 5th year, and I'm pretty much keeping up with him. He's a little on the wild side. It's like you'll see him go flying by, and then and you hear, "God damn it!" It's kind of funny being around him when he's racing. But no, good dude. But yeah, I'll call myself a racer. it's a blast either way. Track I race said I get parts and wheels that cost and pizza a few times a year. You can say things are getting pretty serious. Dude, at the Nitro compound, every Sunday that we race, they bring in pizza. There'll be a stack of pizzas, and go grab yourself a couple of slices and have fun. So yes, I'm right there with you, brother. It's getting serious. Was the pizza in the contract? Jay says I'm no racer anymore. Dude, it's really fun. I always knew it would be, you know, a fun experience. I just never really wanted to get started in it because I knew I would just, you know, be addicted to it. But, you know, there's great tracks. There's 2 awesome tracks here and a bunch of great people that just, we all bounce back and forth from track to track. So it's, you know, just hanging out with the guys, you know, like the weekend of the Open. I mean, hell, for 2.5 days, I sit there with my buddies and we shot the shit and waited for our races to come up and helped each other out and had a blast. Let's see here. Rick says I'm a B main baller. Yep. Hey, if there's a C main, I'm right there. It just depends on who shows up. Some of them I can beat and some of them I can't. Got a lot better. Don't sell yourself short, brother. Hey, I appreciate that, man. And I know it's like I see my progress and I know how much better I am now than what I used to be. But you see some of these other guys and like, holy shit, I suck. I don't know if you were watching when we were watching the race or if you checked out the race that I put out, but yeah, I mean, I can see and feel myself getting better, feeling the car, feeling the track, knowing where the spots are, knowing when to hit the throttle. I'm starting to get a little confidence in doing a whip in the air, you know, trying to get the wheels turned so when you land and there's a turn, you're in the right position. Like there's so many different things to think of, but yes, it's exciting and it's a pain in the ass, but I appreciate you, K&M. So I have a pizza clause in my contract. I bet you do. It's definitely serious. Oh, that's funny. But no, it's so hard to stock up on parts because it costs so much to go and, you know, pay for the day, pay for the fuel, constantly bearings, constantly tires. And that's another reason that I'm excited that I've got the deal, because I mean, it literally cuts my tire cost in half compared to going to the hobby store and buying J Concepts or ordering them or TZOs online, when these raws are just as good, if not better, with, you know, some treads, some track layout, temperatures, moisture content, whatever, you know, just as good and half the price. Man, I'll take it all day long, because this is one of your biggest wears when you go to the track. This, and of course bearings, like those clutch bearings are constantly going out. And glow plugs. That's another thing. Yeah. Jay, you want to donate something? OS P3. Those things, yeah, they need to sell them things by the dozen. But no, I did buy a dozen pack back when I first started doing this, and it's like $100, 110. So for 12 glow plugs, it's lasted me, you know, 6 months between this car and a little bit of the truggy, a lot of practicing, you know, not bad. But yeah, everything, all the wearables, bearings, plugs, tires, and of course fuel. And then fuel in my vehicle to get there. It's a 45-minute drive either way. And if you guys ever driven in Phoenix, man, you got to be on that throttle or you're going to get run over. So there's a lot of gas there too. I think what I need to do is sell a couple of Savages and pick up some parts. I know there's one guy on here that was asking me about a Savage. I don't see him on here tonight though. I've been waiting for him to call me. But because I'm not gonna reveal it, but there's something that I'm trying to work on that I do want to pick up. So if anybody is interested and wants to talk offline about any savages, even though Pimp's got the golden nugget, I'm all ears. Anything to help get me towards the goal of what I'm trying to do for my next little adventure. Let's see. Pimp says, when I started drag racing in '89, man, I was 9 years old. That's the year my stepdad died. My car went 13, 20 to 102 when I left weekend competitive drag racing in 2020. That's a long time. The car went 8.8 and 168. It only gets more expensive from here. Yes, sir. That'd make a great shirt. We'll race for pizza. Dude, when I went to New York City, there was a guy sitting on one of the sidewalks with a sign. Said, "Need money for pizza and pot." Funniest shit ever. One of the guys that I was working with gave him money just because of that. Saw the video. That track fits the Nitro car a lot better than the Hobbyplex in Omaha. True that, brother. That track is a blast. Hold them savages for next month. Why? What's next month? Pimp is a nugget. Golden egg hatches Saturday. I did the T-Max 4910 today. Hell yeah. Well, not really like big into selling off my stuff, but I do have a lot of them. And I have a couple that are like basic, that would be reasonable. And then I have a few of them that I put a lot of work and prettiness into that's going to be a little bit more expensive. So I don't know. We'll just see if anybody is offering, if anybody's wanting anything. There's not a single unboxing of a Savage 21 anywhere on YouTube. Yeah, I almost had one, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. And somebody wanted it more than I. But, I made more off of it than what I gave for it. I think we both got a good deal on it. And I was able to get me a brand new truggy and a GoPro. So, win-win. Looking for stock shelf queen. Stocker the better. Huh. I might have... trying to think what all I got. So you say stock, which means you want some of those hard to find bodies, and I've got a couple of them, but man, I don't know. Some of them original stock bodies are like 100 plus. But I don't know. We'll talk. I think Travis was interested in something as well. He's supposed to call me. I don't know what happened. I'm assuming he'll be on here at some point. There he is. We were just talking about you, bro. Old lame duck himself. What is going on, my friend? Page says Savage 21 with a question mark. Are you asking if that's what I have? John, I'm doing nitro in a level never done before. Well, yeah, man. I mean, you got like 10 of everything. And probably 3 of everything electric. But no, man, you did a hell of a collection, man. That is badass. Congratulations on your success. You deserve it. But yeah, I can see that. And sitting on that Savage, could never bring myself to open it, even though I wanted to so bad, even just to look at that brand new 21. But then it wouldn't have been a sealed Savage. So I wish you the best of luck with it, my friend. There's my baby doll. Hello, mama. Travis says, I'm on here. I see you, bro. Just sent off the guy stock Savage SS21 body. Nice. Man, I'm good. I had to concentrate on getting me a new car. Real car. would have done the wrong thing if I would have called you. Hey man, I hear you, bro. Life comes first. You know, gotta take care of you know, the important stuff. If you're still interested, let me know. We can still discuss, but you know, get your stuff straightened out and let me know. If you know what I mean. Hell yeah, brother. Rinks made a good point. Once I open it, becomes just another 21. It's what I'm doing with it that matters. Yep. Yeah, because right now it's a sealed in the box, brand new, 24-year-old Savage 21. Once you open it, it'll just be a like new 20-year-old Savage 21. Lotus, what's up, brother? What is up, my friend? How you doing, bro? Getting serious over here with the racing. Well, trying anyways. Yes, sir. Pimp says, Paige, that was cool of you to get off of that body. Yep. Anytime, you know, the awesome community of the RC world helps out a fellow hobbyist, great day. Just, that's the cool thing about going to the track. Everybody there is so helpful. It's almost like everybody waits for something to happen just so they can help somebody. I mean, it's unreal compared to, you know, most hobbies. You know, even just being a basher. Most people out in the basher world, they don't really give two shits. But people at the track, man, they're all about helping out. So it's freaking awesome. I purchased the vehicle this weekend, and we will be chatting. Cool. What'd you get, brother? Carpet Racer and Boatman. You know, that sounds like a dynamic duo. You guys should do like a comic book together. Another long, fun day. Yeah, they're all long and fun. Today was my first day back after 2 weeks off, and yeah, it went by fast because I had a million questions and a lot of running around to do and trying to get people lined out. Track says Nitro boat for sale, local load is 400. What do you guys think about this new Savage kit that's coming out? You know, I've seen a couple videos on it. It looks really cool if you're not expecting to have an engine for it. And I don't think it comes with a painted body. But it would be fun to get it and build it for sure. You know, I've taken enough of them apart 100%, cleaned it and rebuilt it. But it's so much funner just putting together clean, fresh parts. I'd be interested if you know, if the price is reasonable, I had the money and was in the market for it. But right now, I'm doing so much racing, and it's so much damn money. I don't have the means or the time to even think about messing with anything else. Let's see here. Pimp says, John, I'm doing a head-to-head competition of a April RCCA magazine article. RCCA. Trying to figure what those initials stand for. Magazine article. Head-to-head competition of an April. What exactly do you mean by that? I mean, call me stupid, but I'm not following 100%. And the chick in the poster that came with the mag is hot. That's how they get in there. Chevy Blazer 2LT. Hell yeah. What year is it, man? 400's a lot. I hope that one is in mint shape. I love Chevys, says Lame Duck. I love my Yoda. I love my Yodas. It's above water. That's a start. You guys are funny shit. Pre-recorded that new Savage the moment I got it in the mail, and it is a clear body. On that, what? On that 21? Oh, no, on that kit I pre-ordered. Gotcha. Pre-ordered that new Savage the moment I I got the email, and it is a clear body. I figured it might be, since it was a kit. That's cool. RC Car Action fought the Savage 21 and T-Max 2.5. Ah, okay. So that's what that video you were talking about earlier between the, with the one that you had the T-Max 2.5 and said the 21 was next. I get what you're saying. 30,000 miles on it. Hell yeah. It's clean and runs great. Can't beat that. It was 22. Nice. Lotus says, I love my Genesis. Yeah, how's it doing in the snow? I bet he's thinking, man, don't be an asshole. Because weren't you having issues with that thing in the snow? Oh, good. The T-Max is pretty nasty for what it is. Yeah, I've never had anything really against T-Maxes. I've always liked the way that the Savages look. In videos, some of them old school videos, 10, 15 years ago. Just awesome. And really good T-Max videos out there as well. That guy, I think his name was something, it was like Go-Kart Racer or something. He had a really cool, just like a long, it was like a video. It looked like it took months to put all this, to get all this footage collected. But yeah, both very good trucks. I've always been a Savage fan. It is a pain in the ass to drive in the snow. I thought you had said something about that. But I've never had a new Savage 21. Well, I mean, I did, but I never got to play with a new Savage 21. But so far, the snow hasn't stopped me. That's good, man. Ooh, Lame Duck says, Nitro Pimp, T-Max, Revo, or Savage? I mean, what do they say? Revo for speed and handling, T-Max for bashing, and then Savage just for coolness. All three in multiples. Yep. Thank God for traction control. Eddie has a Savage 21 new in box, still has a plastic. He won't open it. No, he does not. You haven't been here for a minute, have you? Nitro Pimp has it now. Made an offer and I couldn't refuse. Yes, really. So, in order for me to get one of these, and give me a sec. And get one of these brand new kits, I had to let go of it. Which it was cool, but at least this I get to play with. Because I probably would have never opened it. Must have been a big offer. It was big enough. I paid what it was worth. Yes, sir. Eddie was worshiping that box last I saw it. It was a good conversation piece. Nah, I mean, exactly, Travis, it was worth it. I wasn't looking to get rid of it, but he made me a good offer, and I started thinking about it, and he knew I was going to do this. I started thinking about it, and the Truggy popped into my head, and I was like, ooh. And then the GoPro popped into my head, and I was like, okay, gonna have to do it. He said he screamed like a little girl whenever I sent him the message and told him I would do it. Lotus, I hit it with a black light. It was ugly. Oh, hell. You're opening it this coming Saturday or Sunday? Oh, yeah. Gross. I mean, if you were going to do something like that, that would be the RC to do that too, but no. I cleaned it up and it came back. I mean, I was kind of looking forward to popping that open and smelling the fresh plastic and rubber. and just seeing a nice brand new clean Savage 21 sitting in my lap. But I had gonna cry watching you open it. Nope, I did use the magazine. But you know, every time I thought about opening it, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And when I got it from OG, I mean, I was all for opening it, and I even told him I was going to. But then, you know, once you have it, it's totally different. I mean, not for somebody like Pimp. You know, he'll open anything. He don't give a shit. Just hope it's good. Been lucky so far. Dude, I hope it's good too. I never opened it to see if I got robbed. I figured those seals were on there. You know, we're good to go. But no, he shouldn't be a problem at all. But I never did look to make, you know, I didn't verify anything. So, I mean, you know, hopefully you didn't just buy a box. It's new in box. I'm sure it's good. Do you have the O'Donnell's 01B Nitro Buggy? JP does. It's a box of chocolates. OG wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do what? Open it? Open it to a rock and a note. This is, I owe you one Savage. Yeah, that'd be a bummer. Ooh, sounds like Travis has a deal on a O'Donnell's. Oliver, welcome to the channel. What is going on? Oliver says hi to everybody. What's up with that Baja? Well, it's still sitting there waiting on gears. Dude, I'm telling you, man, racing is just occupied every bit of my wallet. All my my hobby money that I get to spend, probably then some. You know, racing's expensive. Nicest buggy I have is an X-Ray something or other. It has the Royal 21. Found a shop that has one in the store doing nothing. JP may be looking for another one. Don't tell John, but I do still have factory gears you can put in it. I mean, you know, we could throw a set of factory gears in it, and hopefully I don't blow them up too. I mean, doing the work, or, you know, spending a little more money and doing the work once. I mean, I think about it all the time. You know, I got the fuel sitting here. I've got everything sitting here. I want to run it, but I keep spending my money on this and that truggy and that damn fuel. So at Adobe, they carry the Nitro Pro. So this is what I've been running lately. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I like VP. I like Nitro Pro. I just noticed this yesterday. 28% nitro, 9% oil. I mean, I'm not one of those fast guys that can tell the difference, so I don't know how much difference that it is making, but that's where a lot of money goes right there. Just got my first Nitro RC car, and it won't start. I broke the pull start and the E start. It is an Amazon cart, HSP, backwash. Anyway, I could get some help. I've never messed with those, but especially if it's new, put some heat on it. You know, get a heat gun, face it right down inside of here, hit the side of the block with it. What you want to do is expand that sleeve so that the piston goes up and down a lot easier. If you're breaking the pull start, it's because your sleeve is so tight that the piston is getting stuck, and then you're breaking the cord trying to pull through it. So heat it up, because it'll let that metal expand and allow that piston to slide through a lot easier, and you should be able to get it started that way. I don't race, hence why Natty Daddy got the spare engine. And I do appreciate that, and that's, like I told you, I gotta give me a couple weeks getting back from vacation. I'll get that money rolling. So Paige says, sorry, had a call. Trade you for a 1/5, John. Trade what? What was we just talking about? You know how much it would cost for me to send a 1/5 scale up there? Yeah, that's a good question, Pimp. Oliver, was it new? Because yeah, if it's brand new, it definitely needs heat. Otherwise, you keep breaking the pull cord, blistering up your fingers. I tried and it started a few times, and that's when the pull start broke. Yeah, I mean, there's a few different things, like especially if you're new with nitro. You know, I don't know if you know the screw layout on the carburetor, but if you know which one's the idle screw, turn it up a little bit. It'll give it a little more idle, and it'll help it stay running when you do get it started. But like I said, make sure you heat it up. And the tuning on it is important as well to keep it running. But to get started with, open up that idle a little bit, give it some more RPMs, and it'll allow it to start and stay running and give you a chance to get some adjustments on it. But yeah, there's a bunch of people in here that are willing to help. There's a bunch of RC forums on Facebook too. Lots of people in there willing to help you out. And, I'll do what I can to help you out on here. And everybody in the comments is, geniuses with all this stuff. So, how old are you, Oliver? You look pretty young in your picture. It doesn't matter to me. If you're young, it's good having young people coming into the hobby. You guys are the future of this hobby, so that's awesome. And we'll do what we can to help you out. John, good on that. And you might have something I want. Good on that. What did I say? Sorry, I've said so much I'm trying to figure out. Good on that. You talking about me getting you the money here soon? And you might have something I want. I'm sure I got a few things that you want. You just have to let me know, brother. Remember that issue I was telling you about with my RC8T? Oh, God. My memory's not the best. I've had a lot of conversations, so you're going to have to remind me, John. Oliver says yes. And Oliver, if that thing was brand new, it's going to be hard to start, and you got to make sure you break it in. And if you don't know how, there's a lot of videos on it. I've even got some on here. You can just look through the channel. But yeah, make sure you break it in. I want that scope pod engine. Ooh, shit. Damn, Lotus. Jesus. Man, I don't know, dude. Now we're just talking crazy. Shit. I swap stuff with everybody. Exactly. Trade you to get your fifth. Oh, you'll trade me something to get my fifth scale? What, now that you got a fifth scale, you just want to keep buying more fifth scales? Oliver says, I gave it heat. Okay, good. Just make sure, you get it, especially if it's brand new, make sure you hit at least 200 degrees. 220 is a really good number. And then, like I said, once you get it started, bump up that idle a little bit. If you don't know for sure, here. All right. So I'm assuming your engine's going to look a little different, but your carburetor should be pretty close to the same. I'm going to say you probably don't have the mid speed, so don't worry about it. You got a high speed, you got the low speed, and your low speed is always where, where the throttle pulls out, right? So sometimes to get them to run and stay running, so you can get the tune, there's your idle. And it's pretty much the same on almost all carburetors, almost. If it's flipped around, it may be over on this side. But yeah, just turn that to the right. So clockwise, righty-tighty. Give it a couple of hours, as in if you're looking at a clock, well, just like looking at a clock, you got 12, 1, 2, 3, give it a couple hours, maybe even 3. And then when you start it up, if it's running real crazy and sound like it's trying to take off, then you can bump that down a little bit. But that'll help you get it to start and stay started, especially when it's new. You don't want to do too much adjusting when it's new. You want to keep it rich and do the break-in process, but you can always bump that idle up a little bit. And sometimes they're too rich out of the box, and you got to, lean it out just a hair, like maybe an hour. But, don't necessarily take my advice. Do some research on it. One of the best engines history built. Yeah, I know, and I've barely got to run the damn thing because it ripped out the gears. So, man, that'd be hard to come off of at this point. Yeah, good point, Jay. Loosen the plug, and it helps to get it started. But then you got to make sure you tighten it back up once it's running. Otherwise, you can do some damage. Biggest issue is the throttle linkage is directly in line with the cord if you don't pull straight up. Are you talking about on that HSP that Oliver has? It is a 1/10 scale. Is it a on-road car or is it a like an off-road buggy? What engine came with the HSP? I'm gonna say if it wasn't an SH, it would be the what are those purple Vortec engines? Because HSP and Red Cat were kind of the same, and those are the engines that Red Cat came with. However, just replace the pull start and be careful how you pull it. Yep. That is a old picture. Oh, so you're older than that now? You just look pretty young in that. HSPs are VH18s. Yep, it's going to be one of those decent ABC small block. Oh, yeah, they're good. They're good little engines. Hybrid, what's going on? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you stopping in. I finally got to put up some GoPro footage of me at the track. Hope you get to check it out, brother. Check out my progress. Anyways, found out they came out with updated gearboxes to remedy the issue a while back. For which one you talking about there, John? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember exactly. I remember you talking about having an issue, but I don't remember the exact issue that you were having. I kind of remember the conversation. It is my first car. Well, congratulations on getting your first car. I remember what that was like, the excitement, and it took me a while to get it started, and I had to start watching YouTube to finally get to have fun with it. So be patient. Don't give up on it. You may have to order yourself a pull starter. if there's still a lot of string left, I don't know how mechanically inclined you are, but you can always restring it. It's a pain in the butt, so I wouldn't advise it if you're not like mechanically inclined. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck with that, Oliver. Like I said, don't give up on it. I almost did. This was back in like 07, 08. It took me a while to get it started, keep it running, and understand why it was trying to tick off on me when I would start it. It's because the clutch spring would broke and the shoes were engaging and it just wanted to go. So once I found out what that problem was and fixed it, then things started getting a little easier. So just like I said, be patient. You can always hit me up on this channel. The people on here are very knowledgeable, especially, bringing in the younger generation. We don't want you guys getting discouraged. The hobby is going to need you. Lotus says, I'll trade you a boat for it. It's as cute as a bit. I don't need a boat. Why do you think I traded it to you? And I'm in Phoenix. I mean, there's really no water here. There is a little bit, but I don't have time to go play with boats, man. I got racing to do. I believe I offered $1.50 for that pipe. I guess I can cover the shipping. Hey, man, perfect. Here. It even comes with a with a crazy angle. I don't know if you guys could see this from the picture, but check this out. And get it lined up. Yeah, so that little kid that was in the video, he brought my car over because I crashed way back in that corner. And he brings my car over and he points at it and he was like, I don't know what that is. I was like, that is broke is what that is. So yeah, now it's just spitting fuel all over the side. Oh, excuse me, all over the side of the car. And at first I thought that it like had pushed the exhaust. Thought maybe it did a bunch of other damage. And I got to look at it and I could see that crack. And I was like, ah. But, I mean, it runs. I ran probably 2 or 3 tanks after that. And we'll give you guys a real good close-up. Come on, quit zooming out. There we go. I don't think water and freezer is going to help that. And now the wing's in the picture, and it's messing up my shot. Yeah, I'd say it changed angles by a few degrees. I was a little heartbroken, but I had fun. It brought me a lot of joy, so I can't be too heartbroken over it. It's rotary carb. See, John Smith says it's a rotary carb. Are you talking about on your vehicle? What was the issue with it? JP said, I wish I had less snow. I seem to remember JP saying that he didn't want any fish scales a while back, but now he's in love with them. Wish I had. Lotus says, wish I had more snow. When I was home for those 2 weeks, it got really warm. And then the day after Christmas, it dropped down to like 13 degrees. And then we got like a dusting of snow. And that was the end of my winter. Oh, it's the off-road? Cool, man. You'll have lots of fun with it once you get it going. Just like I said, man, be patient. You said you had it running a couple times, but I don't know how hard it was for you to get it started. But one of the things I didn't know in the beginning was how to prime it. You got to make sure you get fuel into the engine, or you'll never get it started. Just in case you're not aware, you can plug the exhaust and pull on it, which being brand new, I don't like doing that because you don't want to sit there and pull on it brand new. You want to get it broken in before you do that. Some people will pull this pipe or this tube off the exhaust, and that is your pressure line. And then you can blow into that, and it'll push air through the tank and then push fuel through the line and into the engine. And then not a lot of people do this, but you can also pinch the line. And that right there creates enough pressure in there that it pushes fuel into the engine. So make sure it's primed. That was one of the things that I wasn't doing right in the beginning, and I had a lot of struggle trying to get it started. So, man, it's hard to believe. That was almost 20 years ago I started doing that. Planning on running the HPI 5T tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I want to get this set up. I want to get all the parts set up on it, put that body on it. The 5Ts, man, they're great looking. I have 6-foot berms at the end of my driveway. Dude, those make for great jumps for that Baja. Have fun. See how it does in an open field. Hell yeah. This is a blue engine. I'm thinking that's SH. Can you see the side of it, and does it have a label on it? Does it like have an SH or Vortex or anything on it? Exactly, Lotus. It sank. Ran my Blizzard through the shop, down the concrete, through the sugar sand today. Proving once again I don't need snow. No, but snow's great. Welcome back, big boys. Need paddles or super spikes for that much snow, right? JP says I'm over snow. You probably had more snow in your lifetime, or in a couple of year span, than most of us would have in a whole lifetime. He says I have paddles. Oh, my snow melted. 50 Fahrenheit tomorrow. Yeah, and that's the problem with like Kansas City. It'll snow, and then literally a couple days later, usually it's warmed up and melted. There's been a couple times where the cold has stuck around and kept the snow, but very rare. Usually it melts. There's Texas. Hey, if you want to, Texas, try that link now. They might let you do it. Look up a tuning guide for HSP VX18. Yep, good information there, John. There's plenty of tuning guides out there. It's easier now than back in the day. You never had these resources. Yep, so true. Yeah, because I mean, back 20 years ago, I mean, yeah, YouTube was there, sort of, and people were starting to post the videos, but yeah, it wasn't readily available like it is now. Like, there's so many videos on tuning, and I mean, anything and everything that you can think of, want to do, whatever, there's videos on it. It's crazy how much stuff you can get off of YouTube these days. VX18. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. I think it's the VX, same thing, Vortex, right? It's a good, solid, strong engine. My RS4, 2 is a screamer with one. Yeah, so when I bought my first two, one was a Red Cat Tornado, which was an off-road buggy. It had the purple head VX18, and then my second one was the blue Caldera, and it had the blue SH engine. And they both ran great. It was other things that had problems. Yes, they are spunky. Yes, sir. How do you look up Aluminum World Brazing Sticks? They will fix that. What, that? I mean, I've done brazing. I went to school for HVAC, so I know what you're talking about, but it takes a lot of heat to get those brazing sticks to do what you want them to do, and I'm not even going to mess with it, man. Like I said, I'm just going to keep it for like a, I don't know, either keep it for just like a toy, you know, playing around, or if anybody wants it, and you guys want to try to fix something up or whatever, hell, I'll send it to you. I don't give a shit. Oh, sorry, there's kids on here. I don't give a crap. All right, Nitro Pimp, thanks for joining in, brother. Take it easy. SVX good for the price for sure. Nothing else really in that range anymore, right? Carbon R's HSP, Mars C8T kept going through rear bearings. Ah. What was the upgrade for it? Was there like an alignment problem that was wearing them out, or was it just the bearing itself? Yeah, those VX18s are really good. Like, I don't remember. I probably put like 5 or 6, maybe 7 gallons through that tornado. It was kind of hard to put that much through it because it kept breaking. I had to keep fixing it, but I did what I could. And yeah, it always ran strong. It always ran so strong it would just break things. The engine was. Yes, I did not originally want a Fiskell, but they are fun. I love them. Let's see. Fiskell is addicting. Yes, sir. Vertex and VX are a little light to break in. Make sure you preheat them. Paige, I don't know if you saw or if you heard me or if you answered already, but Vertex and VX, it's the same, correct? It is loaded some cheap fuel. That's the best thing about Fiskell. I mean, the fact that they just sound really cool, the you know, a lot of power. The fuel is relatively cheap, and they are a blast. Factory Baja is cheap fuel. Let's see. Yeah, the SCX 24. If you're asking me, I do not. Make sure I get this name right. Ellis Racing Team. Welcome to the channel. I don't know if I've seen you in here before, but thanks for joining in. I'm not a racing team myself, but I'm an amateur racer. I'm a newbie. Got the Nitro RC car for Christmas. Dude, that's probably one of the best Christmas presents ever. I wish I could have got a Christmas present like that. Man, congrats on that. Run turbo blue 110 in the built Baja and the boats. Has a vortex on the side of the engine. Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, they're good engines. Just like we've been saying, just make sure you break it in well and preheat it. Yeah, hybrid, good point. You know, for being a bigger vehicle, yeah, the parts are relatively cheap. They don't break as easily, certain Fiskells anyways. And yeah, just easy to work on because they're big. You know, have them tiny little spaces trying to get your fingers into. There you go. Texas posted the link. Fifth is different for sure. Like, I love the fifth just to go out and make some ear-piercing noise. I mean, I don't know if you guys could really tell from that video, but this SRE 60 scope pod, man, deafening with that OBR pipe on it. But yeah, I mean, it's a blast. I've seen some fifth scale races, and I mean they look like they could be fun, but in my eyes, eighth scale is where the racing's at. Baja will piss you off less than the Nitro. That is true. The only carbs and plugs go bad on Bajas. Yeah. And they're cheaper than Nitro parts. Right? Well, and if you got too big of an engine on your Baja, then your gears are the other parts that like to go out. And they're not so cheap, but, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Alumiweld works with Mapper propane. Oh, okay. So Alumiweld is, I get what you're saying. It's it doesn't take as much heat and would probably fix that. Yeah, but I don't know. If I were to fix it, I'd probably just use it as like a practice. I mean, I'm one of those weird kind of people, like, you know, this is a set. I want to keep it the same, and I want it to be fresh. And I like it when it's shiny. I don't like all this crud on it, but it is what it is when you start running it. But yeah, I mean, I would rather throw a braiding pipe on it. If I'm gonna fix this, put it on something that's just gonna be a basher, just a runabout. Fill my 1/5 are money pits. I prefer to break the nitros. Even fake $15 Baja carbs work fine. Thicker cast housing. I don't know. They look damn near the same. What are we talking about, John? Casted housing. Like the fake carbs for the 33. They do too much easier. Yeah, see, and I haven't really messed with the fifth scale much, other than the one that I have, and the one thing I've had to buy for it so far are gears. It's the fake Walbro carbs are like 90% as good as the real thing. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, if they're cheap enough, that's not a bad deal at all. Depends on what you want to do with it. If you're just playing around, that works. But you know, if you wanna boogie even faster than what you were boogieing, you know, you're going to want that carb that does 100%. That Taylor 1257 is the shits. I have the 1242 also. That was sweet. Now, when you're calling out Taylor 1257, I mean, is that a specific engine? Is that the carb exhausts? I don't know much about the different fifth scale parts. I know Walbro. I know that name of carbs. I mean, I know Taylor. But usually you hear like the size of the engine. So if these are part numbers or whatever, I don't really know for sure much about it. I'd like to sell my Baja for a four-wheel drive on-road fifth scale. Those are cool. What I want for a fifth scale is like a four-wheel drive buggy. That would be cool. I'll trade you a Rampage for the Baja Tex. Nice. Jim says, I want a four-wheel drive fifth scale. 65 scope pod. Lotus wants the scope pod. Just swapped for 3 Kyosho rear engine buggies pre-1980. It's going to be a job to build 1 out of the 3. They've been in the weather. That sucks, man, but if you can make them work, that would be awesome. TDM does not sell 4-drive FG cars anymore. Yeah, that sucks. You know, I don't know what brands that they are, and I don't know if they sell it over here much, but I see a lot of, like in Europe, they do a lot of off-road, four-wheel drive, fifth scale buggy racing. That would be cool. Be interesting to see, and I don't mean like a Losi 5B or whatever. I'm talking like an actual buggy. Or was the 5B? I guess the 5B was the buggy. I meant the 5T. So not a short course, but an actual buggy. That'd be something that I would like to get into. Pipe in my Baja. is DDM. What does DDM stand for? I've seen it before. Is it Detroit something? Ace Alaska, what is up? Love my XRT and X Max, but damn, they be breaking every 5 minutes. You know, from one person's video, they're the greatest thing ever. Another person's video, they break all the time. I've never had either one, so I couldn't say. I'm a Nitro guy, but Ace Alaska, thanks for joining in. I appreciate you. If you're enjoying the show, you know, don't mind throwing in a sub. We'd appreciate it. Exactly what I would like to have. Mine is two-wheel drive only. You really need four-wheel drive for some powering into corners. Yeah, I mean, they handle differently, of course. I have a limit. What is an O-limit on the 5T? John Smith says the carbs. Okay, I thought so. Wasn't for sure. I get you. 1257 is the new carb for small bore from Taylor. It is a modded Walbro. Oh, nice. Thank you for the info. Find the two-wheel drive on the FG on roads. Really cure the rear tires, obviously. Right? Would kill for a low C5. Yeah, I know, right? 5T, 5B. I would love to have one of those 5Bs. That'd be awesome. But nobody wants to get rid of them. I picked up a DBXL one recently. Already has the new Fuji 35 in it. Nice. Yeah, stuff like that 5B, people do not want to come off of that. You know, Dave's Discount Motors. Doesn't run with the 5T though. I see. What's up, JW? How you doing, brother? Got the average guy, Texas, which is damn it, don't tell me. Texas Aggie. What's up? Dave's Discount Motors. Thank you. 35 kit is grunty, as I don't want to say it because there's a younger gentleman on here, but we get what you're saying. Hell yeah. Welcome in, Texas Aggie and JW. JW, if you didn't see my track video, you can rewind it to the beginning or go check it out for yourself. Throwing down some laps on the new track, getting the car ready for Silver State. Yeah, we got a bunch of people headed up that way. Peyton, you'll see Peyton again. Probably a lot of the same people you've seen at your state championship. But I'm not going to be able to make it. I got to work. It would be fun, though. At the FLM 35, it won't start. Brand new mega compression. That sucks when I got so much compression, you can't get them to start. I think the carb is junk. I just haven't ordered one. Here they sketchy. John, the way this reads, I hear they sketchy lot use. Lotus, I think he was talking to you. He called you lot use. I considered that before I put together the 35 with the new G320. Check your messages, hybrid. I found the muffler for your RS4 to the square one, blah, blah, blah. Hell yeah, $15. Yes, I did. Awesome. John says, I hear they're sketchy, Lotus. No, you said lot use. You get a lot of use out of that lot. But no, that's a very challenging track, as you guys have seen. And but we're only going to get better. The shitty thing is as I get better, so does everybody else that's already better than me, so it's hard to catch them. But great power for the 5 minutes I had it running. Well, for those of you that were looking for the link that that Texas was was talking about. It is now in the comments. Just scroll up if you want to go check it out. Hell, it's been a while back. I'm trying to remember what it was that we was even talking about. There's a link for one, like some car. What'd you say, the Ferrari or something like that? I got the shocks and diffs done tomorrow. I'm gonna switch the camber plates out to the new ones from Race Style. Nice. It was a Ferrari. Hell yeah. JW, did you get that other issue fixed with your engine you were having, bro? Oh man, starting to get tired. I'm about to know when. Yes, I switched out the crank. Hell yeah. Well, hope you get it all worked out, brother. The new 35cc kit has a ton of low end, but it's not an OBR. Well, what is it? Yeah, I don't know all the differences and all the fifth scales and which ones make the torque or the RPMs or good or bad. But I do like playing with that scope pod. It's just sitting there waiting for pieces. Oh yeah, the car I'm running is capable of more than I can give it. Are you running the MBX8R? John Smith says, no doubt when I put the 1257 on it, made it a whole new engine. Yeah, it's funny how the carburetor can make that much difference. Texas Aggie's back. He finally figured out how to change my name back. It's like the profile or something, isn't it? Because I know that it changed my wife's, and it's like you have two names. You have a profile name and then you have a channel name. Oh, doubled the top end, really? That much, huh? Yes, I have 3.5 Reg motors now. Hey, man, you got parts, man. You got backup. That's freaking awesome, bro. Well, I'm just glad you got it worked out one way or the other. So, that's, that reminds me, you're talking about the car has more than, than what you can really do with it, especially on that small track. So I don't know if you've learned this yet or not, JW. Something I just learned literally like 3 weeks ago at that big open race I was at. So on your carburetor, and it took me a minute to really kind of understand the reason for this, but I do understand why. So when that carburetor comes open, if you take your calipers and you set your end point to where it only opens to 60 millimeters, it helps calm it down and you get a lot better response to it so that it's not just like, loose in the ass end and squirrely. It actually has nice, clean, smooth driving capability. And on the smaller tracks, it kind of helps keep you from overshooting some of the jumps. So I don't know if that's something you've looked into yet or not, JW. Like I said, I just learned about it and I changed this and it does help with the jumps. And another thing that we did, we changed the curve on my throttle and my steering, dropped it down to or not the curve, but like the speed of how fast the servos move. I dropped them both down to it's 85 or 90%. And both of them have helped calm my car down so I'm not just spinning all over the place and driving like an idiot. I actually look like I can drive. But yeah, just, if you're on a smaller track, you got to kind of tame it down a little bit. Otherwise, it's just trying to run crazy without enough runway. You know what I mean? So yeah, anybody that doesn't know about that, you just put your calipers on here and you do your endpoint adjustments to where you're open at 60 millimeters, and it's roughly about 3/4 of the way open. So you're not getting all that top speed, but man, on these smaller tracks, you don't really need it. You just need smooth power to get you through. So it was a good tip that was told to me that I'm passing along to you guys. If you guys knew it, great. If not, well, there you go. Could probably spend 17, 18,000. We were spending 20 plus. So close to getting my 5T to wheelie. Yeah, I love the 5Ts. Need that Taylor power. Yeah, 9.4 horsepower, full mod stroker. Waiting for them to put the Magnum back on using the 40 millimeter bore. Man, a whole bunch of gibberish that I don't understand, but it sounds like fun. Taylor overpriced work of art power. They are pretty, that's for damn sure, and very expensive. G390, Taylor's worth it in my experience. You know, from what I hear and see, Taylor on, you know, the quality of it, the power, you know, they are what they are, and they are badass engines. If I could afford one, wouldn't mind having one myself. I think I may sell a flashpoint motor and pipe combo. Oh yeah? May need a backup practice engine. Anyone want to buy a vintage TM shocker stock? 1/8 Pank Arcade GS Racing Sonic in mint condition. Man, I don't have any place to do on-road. I do that just in a different way. What do you mean in a different way? What is it that you do? I said, I just wish I didn't have tailored dreams and roving pockets. Exactly. Open the calipers and zeroed out and only let it open to the size of the Venturi. Right, so that's what I was doing. And it's you know, whatever size your Venturi is, you open it up to that point. But I think even doing like the 60 millimeter closes it even more, because you're not going to get that full opening as you would with the amount of the Venturi. So it closes it a little bit, because yeah, I've done it both ways. So in my case, it's 7 millimeter. I will say good night, everyone, and Happy New Year. Thank you, JP. You have yourself a good night, brother. Happy New Year, and we will talk to you later. So I'm putting together a race 30.5 of the 23cc long block. I have supposedly they turn even more RPM. Hell yeah. I asked my bank account if we could get a Taylor 88 Diablo last year. It's still laughing at me this day. Is that the one that you call wife, or right? You know, because a lot of us have those dreams, and what are those, like 3 or 4 grand? You can also do it from the remote, like you did your talking about your steering or tearing your steering, and that's what I'm saying. Like you do it from the remote with the endpoint adjustments, but you only. If you're talking about the opening of the carburetor, you know, you only want to do it to like 60 millimeters. Build a GP460. Damn, is it already 8:20? Holy shit. We've been on here way past what we was going to, but that's cool because I don't mind talking and having fun with you guys. Yeah, Paige says, oh, I have Traxxas dreams and have rubber band power pockets. Don't we all? Look at them every time I go on the website. I stay away from those websites. But I have my heart set on the Magnum package with the 40 millimeter. They make gobs of power set up right. We talking about the Diablo? That thing makes ridiculous amount of power. For the money, Taylor 35 V2 makes more power. Well, claim power to the Magnum 39, yet it isn't released. Yeah, I got too much stuff going on to be getting too deep in the fifth scales at this point. I've had great luck with the small blocks from OBR. Never tried a big block yet. I've only had one, and just in case any of you guys on here haven't seen it, we'll go take a look at it. Since we're talking fifth scale, yes, this place is a mess, but just like my old place, it's nothing but RCs. We don't do furniture around here. Furniture's for losers. Oh no, I'm just messing. Let's get all my wings out of the way. Anyways, SRE Super 60. Yeah, it's got some dust on it. It's been sitting there a while. Nice little setup. Needs a little cleaning and some gears. And there's the exhaust. Let's see. Just sit. There we go. That's what she looks like. Of course, with the rear end though, but yeah, that thing's a beast. I've got a couple videos. If you go back about 6 months or so, you'll see me running the Baja, having a blast. My buddy's scaring the crap out of me, driving like a maniac. All the above. Yeah, 3K for the Diablo, and probably another 3 to 5K in the Taylor built for your Baja to survive that thing. Yeah, right? Big boy carb. Cool. Well, it's pushing 8:30. I still got a few things I need to do to get ready for work tomorrow. We need another stream of that. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. I think I might have a place to run it. I just got to get the gears. Man, that's a lot of money that I could be using on racing. And with the racing season being in full swing, I just can't bring myself to do it yet. Man, often a guy hooked me up with some much needed unobtainium parts for that SS Savage body. He is an uptight guy to do some swapping with. I sure have made good friends with our online RC community. Often a guy's a good guy. He's been with me since the beginning. He tells it how it is. He's very helpful, and yeah. He's one of my oldest buddies on here, so he's a good guy to do some business with. Just put it in your cart, close your eyes, and click order. It works sometimes. I figured you were saying upright instead of uptight, but I read it out anyways because I know he likes to listen while he's working or driving, and I wanted to raise the hair on the back of his neck. I know you're out there, often a guy. It works sometimes. Yeah, every once in a while, but I know, just like for the gears that I need to put in there, Lotus, you'll know the price of that better than me. For a full set of the what is it, Blackbone? The gears? What's that gonna cost? A couple hundred? Buy once, cry once. Well, I know, but then if I have a race coming up, it's like, oh shit, sorry, I can't. But I have a ball getting to know the guys. Yeah, it's been fun the last couple of years that I've been doing these lives. Just like the people that I've met in here. A few crappy ones, but most really great people. It's just like being at the track. You meet all kinds of great people. Wouldn't trade it for nothing at this point. 130 for the black bone hardened trans gears. Yeah, let's see. I need the trans gears. I think it broke the ring gear on the diff. Maybe. And then I need the spur gears, or the spur gear. Oh hell, there he is. Big hell yeah, thanks guys, much appreciated. And y'all y'all class guys, always brother. Always brother John. Yes sir. This guy's had my back since the beginning. Cool dude right there. Very, very knowledgeable, very, very helpful. But crap. Anyways, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm either gonna be doing one of two things: either painting the body for the Truggy or swapping out the engine and dropping that FX in. So join me. We'll hang out. We'll talk. We'll fix. We'll do all that crazy stuff. Hey, you need a bit in the thing. Just give it to me. No, I'll fix it and keep it. That is not how this is gonna go. But no, you guys are great. Thank you very much. And yeah, join me tomorrow. We'll be here working, either painting or wrenching, one or the other. If we're wrenching, we're dropping that beautiful FX that I got from the pimp himself, right into that Truggy. So gonna make it a badass. So join me. We'll have some fun. Happy New Year's to you guys. It's great to be back. I feel like I got something else to say, but I don't remember. Anyways, everybody say your goodbyes because we're shutting her down. Thank you much. You guys have a good night. I mean, come on. No, Lotus. Yes, sir. Hybrid. Have yourself a good one, bro. Great chat, great videos. Thanks, Addiction. You're welcome, brother. Thank you for your support. You guys are all awesome. Anyways, have a great night. Much love and peace.